certain passages of Scripture for various holy orders and positions, admonishing them about their duties and responsibilities. For bishops, pastors, and preachers. A bishop must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, good to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, nor a striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth well over his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity, not a novice, holding fast to the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able to, by sound doctrine both to exhort and convince the gainsayers, as exampled in 1 Timothy 3:2ff and Titus 1:6. What the hearers owe to their pastors. Even so, the Lord hath ordained that they which preach the gospel should live of the gospel. 1 Corinthians 9:14. Let him that is taught the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Galatians 6:6. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. For the Scripture saith, Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out of the corn, and their labor is worthy of his reward. 1 Timothy 5:17-18. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls as they that must give an account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable to you. Hebrews 13:17. Concerning civil government. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for the powers which exist anywhere is ordained by God. Whosoever resisteth the power resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Romans 13:1-4. What subjects owe the magistrates? Render unto Caesars the things that are Caesar's. Matthew 22:21. Let every soul be subject unto higher powers, etc. Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience' sake. For this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are God's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Render therefore to all their duties, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Romans 13:1-5. I exhort, therefore, that first of all supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings, and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all goodness, godliness, and honesty. 1 Timothy 2:1. Put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, etc. Titus 3:1. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him, etc. 1 Peter 2:13. For husbands, ye husbands, dwell with your wives according to the knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers may not be hindered. 1 Peter 3:7. And not be bitter against them. Colossians 3:9. Wives, submit to yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters are ye, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. 1 Peter 3:6 and Ephesians 5:22. For parents, ye fathers, provoke not your children's wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Ephesians 6:4. For children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and thy mother, which is the first commandment, with promise that it may be done well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. Ephesians 6:1-3. For male and female servants, hired men and laborers. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Christ, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, with good will doing service as to the Lord, and not to men, knowing that whatsoever good thing that any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. Ephesians 6:5 and Colossians 3:22. For masters and mistresses, ye masters do the same thing unto them, forbearing them, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him. Ephesians 6:9 and Colossians 4:1. For young persons in general, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves to the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. 1 Peter 5:5-6. For widows, see that is a widow indeed, and desolate trusteth in God, and continueth in supplications and prayers night and day. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. 1 Timothy 5:5-6. For all in common, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Herein are comprehended all the commandments. Romans 13:8. And preserve in prayer for all men. 1 Timothy 2:1-2.